In this podcast episode, Patrick Bet David delves into a wide array of topics, including the upcoming presidential race, the power dynamics in politics, the influence of media on public perception, and various global and domestic issues. Bet David begins by analyzing the current state of the presidential race, noting that if the election were to end today, Trump would have a significant advantage based on the states he is leading in. He acknowledges the role of luck in politics, attributing about 30% of success in life to luck. Bet David discusses the manipulation and gamification that can occur in politics, emphasizing the importance of being paranoid and cautious about potential schemes that could impact the election outcome. He highlights the influence of media in shaping public opinion and the tactics used by different political factions to sway voters. The conversation shifts to the personal peril that Trump may face, with Bet David expressing concerns about potential harm or threats to the president. He also questions the continued security clearances of former agency heads, stressing the need for transparency and accountability in government. The discussion touches on the power dynamics within political circles, with Bet David drawing parallels to the ambitions and motivations of individuals in positions of authority. He shares insights from his interactions with individuals in the mob world, highlighting the dangers of unchecked power and the potential for abuse. Reflecting on past elections, Bet David notes the mistakes made by mainstream media in their coverage of Trump in 2016 and discusses the tactics used in the 2020 election, such as creating chaos and leveraging social issues to influence voter sentiment. He predicts potential strategies for the 2024 election, including the possibility of inciting unrest and capitalizing on divisive issues to sway public opinion. The conversation also touches on the Israel-Palestine conflict and the media's role in shaping narratives around global events. Bet David questions the authenticity of media coverage and the potential for manipulation in presenting certain issues to the public. He emphasizes the importance of critical thinking and discernment when consuming news and information. The podcast delves into the challenges of navigating a media landscape rife with misinformation and propaganda. Bet David highlights the need for honesty and integrity in journalism, pointing out the dangers of media outlets that prioritize sensationalism and political agendas over truth and accuracy. The discussion then shifts to the events surrounding a raid on Mar-a-Lago and the impact it had on Trump's resurgence in the political arena. Bet David reflects on the power of unfair persecution in strengthening Trump's position and the implications of such actions on the political landscape. He also speculates on the potential motives behind the sudden decision to flip the format of upcoming debates and the implications of such changes. Bet David expresses his deep love for America, emphasizing the physical and emotional connection he feels towards the country. He views America as a place of family, history, and natural beauty, and expresses his commitment to preserving its values and essence, despite acknowledging the challenges and limitations he faces in doing so. He also shares his perspective on the role of individuals in contributing to the betterment of society, emphasizing the importance of using one's talents and gifts to make a positive impact, whether through personal liberation or societal preservation. The conversation then delves into the concept of generational wealth and the challenges it poses for future generations. Bet David reflects on the patterns of decline and dysfunction that often accompany inherited wealth, highlighting the need for responsible stewardship and values transmission within wealthy families. The discussion transitions to the role of leadership in addressing societal issues and driving positive change. Bet David draws parallels between the phases of civilization outlined by Lawrence Miller and the current state of American society. He emphasizes the need for synergists, individuals who can inspire and mobilize the builders and explorers within society to effect meaningful change. The conversation shifts towards the media landscape, specifically focusing on the impact of October 7th on conservative media. Bet David mentions how this date marked a pivotal moment that divided the conservative movement, leading to a reevaluation of various media outlets and personalities. He discusses the challenges faced by the Daily Wire following their decision regarding Candace Owens and the need for talent to feel safe and protected in their work environment. Bet David also touches on the role of ego and management of divas in the media industry, citing examples of talent clashes at Fox News and the importance of rebuilding reputation to attract top talent. He emphasizes the need for media companies to understand and manage talent effectively to prevent ugly fallout and maintain a positive work environment. The conversation delves into the dynamics of power and influence in the media industry, highlighting the impact of decisions made by key players such as Elon Musk and Daniel Ek in shaping the future of media consumption. Bet David discusses the changing landscape of cable TV, with sports moving towards streaming platforms, and the need for cable networks to adapt to new trends to stay relevant. The podcast also touches on the role of flag carriers in politics, with Bet David discussing the challenges faced by potential presidential candidates like Ron DeSantis in navigating their relationships with key figures like Donald Trump. He emphasizes the importance of understanding power dynamics and maintaining a balance of influence to succeed in the political arena. Bet David discusses how people's opinions can change over time, citing his own experiences of interviewing individuals he once disagreed with, but now respects. However, he also acknowledges the difficulty of interviewing someone he has no respect for, such as Jon Stewart, whom he holds in contempt. The discussion then shifts to Chris Cuomo, with Bet David sharing his thoughts on Cuomo's recent controversies and changing stance on certain issues. He highlights the challenges Cuomo faces in re-entering the public conversation and the backlash he has received from both former allies and critics. He also touches on the potential impact of Cuomo's decisions on his family legacy and the importance of remaining loyal to one's family. The conversation further explores the concept of self-deprecation and the power of admitting mistakes. Bet David reflects on his own past mistakes and the importance of apologizing sincerely when one is wrong. He emphasizes that apologizing is a sign of strength and transparency rather than weakness. The discussion then turns to the power of words in titles and the impact of certain keywords on audience engagement. He shares insights from his experience in running a successful YouTube channel focused on entrepreneurship and the importance of self-deprecation in connecting with audiences. The conversation also touches on the upcoming debate between Dave Smith and Chris Cuomo, with Bet David discussing the potential implications of the debate and how it may impact both participants. He highlights the asymmetrical nature of the debate and the challenges Cuomo faces as a member of a prominent political family. He then delves into the role of anti-establishment candidates in politics and the impact they can have on traditional political dynamics. He discusses the funding sources of various candidates and how self-funded candidates like Trump and Reagan differ from donor-funded candidates like Clinton and Biden. The conversation continues with speculation about potential future political moves, including the possibility of Michelle Obama entering the political arena. Bet David discusses the potential implications of replacing Kamala Harris with a candidate like Kristi Noem and the strategic considerations involved in such a decision. The conversation then shifts to the current situation in Iran, particularly focusing on the recent helicopter crash and the power struggle within the country. Bet David sheds light on the net worth of key figures in Iran, such as the son of the supreme leader, and how this wealth could influence the political landscape in the country. He also touches upon the potential implications of the U.S. engaging in a war with Iran and the risks associated with such a conflict. The discussion then moves towards the decline in fertility rates in the United States and the implications of a shrinking population. Bet David highlights the shift from a net positive of 2.6 million more births than deaths in 1960 to only 500,000 more births in recent years. He emphasizes the importance of promoting family values and incentivizing marriage and child-rearing to address this demographic challenge. The conversation then touches on the media landscape and the rise of independent voices challenging traditional media outlets. Bet David discusses the potential for independent media figures to come together and collaborate, presenting a united front against divisive tactics employed by larger media entities. He emphasizes the importance of unity and collaboration among independent voices to counter the influence of legacy media.